I'm glad that you bring that up because, like, in our conversation or with our podcast, I've probably said this a million times, but we got to feel our feelings.
Mhm.
We have to feel our feelings. Like, we have to feel all of them. Not like the ones that we think are helpful or the ones that we think are positive or whatever. We have to feel
Yeah.
all of them so that we can experience a whole range of human emotions.
Mhm.
Um, so I wanted to ask you, like, when you were younger, what's something that you wish you knew now after like going through your own therapy, being a therapist yourself, going through life, having your own kid? Um, what is something that you wish you knew that you would tell your younger self? Or I imagine you're even telling your kid now because
Oh yeah.
he's a younger fellow color himself.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I think the first thing, to go back to the point that we were mentioning earlier, is that it's okay to feel how you feel. For a
Mm.
really long time, man, I got invalidated so much as a child
Oof.
that I always thought that it was best to just protect it, just push it down as much as possible. And I tried to even mask it even further by being a really good student, so that you like to never give like a teacher or any other type of professional any reason to look deeper. And I recognize that helped kind of create and maintain a sense of discomfort in general about being open, because I wasn't allowing myself to be open with anybody else or for somebody to ask me if I was okay. Because again, I had been conditioned for so long to just keep it open. So the first thing I would say, again, just like to any young person, right, is it's okay to feel how you feel. It's okay to have those days where things aren't going well. And I think those help balance to a certain degree the higher moments, right? Like we were joking earlier, right? We asked your dad, everything is ecstatic, right? No, but life's not. Sometimes you days you feel great, you're on a high. Some days you feel like crap, like it's not a good day. And that's the ebb and flow of life. But we have to be comfortable to actually express that. So part of it is like being okay with feeling it, and then if I could help us learn the language. Like how do I learn to express it? Because a lot of times I found, especially when working with like young clients or men in general, we talk around stuff. Like it's not that we don't want to get to it, we just don't know how to. So we talk all the way around the issue until we can learn to pinpoint it. And if there was a way to kind of shortchange that process, it would be the younger you start, right? Learning your emotional intelligence, learning a lot of the language and the verbiage that we use, the more comfortable you would be. And then we could get to, okay, so this is what you're experiencing. Let's perhaps try these ideas to help you better manage and cope with that. And then we can build from there. That's what I would tell myself, is I would hope that every parent, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, uncle, aunt, whoever's raising kids, right? Allow them to feel, try to create the space for them to be able to be vulnerable with you. That to me is so critical.
That's amazing. That's beautiful. And something that really stood out as I was listening to you speak was how you mentioned that, like we were saying, like life is, has its ups and downs, and it's those downs are necessary because those now something that I learned in my own journey is that if you don't have those downs, and when you are up, you don't appreciate it as much. You don't understand how valuable it is. You kind of just like you're feeling good for 3 months, and you're just like, okay, whatever. But if
Yeah.
you're coming from being really sad for 3 months, those 3 months really mean a lot to you. So I think that's I'm glad that you brought that up because that's really important. Like we tend to, especially men in our community, they kind of just like shove down those bad parts, and don't really allow themselves to feel that. But as you and like most people know, like if you don't feel it now, you'll feel it later, and it's gonna be multiplied.
Yeah.
So like it's necessary. Like
So
you
much.
you you can't. The more that you push it, that you push it off, or like push it down, if you want to say it, the harder it is going to be later to heal, and go through it and heal through it.
Yeah.
Like it's really necessary stuff. And I'm glad that you bring that up because like in our conversation or with our podcast, I've probably said this a million times, but we got to feel our feelings.
Mhm.
We have to feel our feelings. Like we have to feel all of them. Not like the ones that we think are helpful or the ones that we think are positive or whatever. We have to feel
Yeah.
all of them so that we can experience a whole range of human emotions.
Absolutely.